If you're young today, or even if you're not so young, chances are that you think that it is too soon to worry about retirement or that you're saving enough. Some of us even think that we won't retire, while others may feel it's not a big deal. The money will take care of itself eventually. Well, no matter what you think, it still does not change the fact that retirement is a non-negotiable goal. It is a reality for everyone, and it is very relevant today, no matter who you are or how old you may be. It is generally believed that most people retire at 60. So let us say that you'll also stop working at 60, and that you have estimated that you'll live till you turn 80 or for 20 years post-retirement. But have you considered that all the medical advancements over the years are not only making it possible to identify and deal with more and more medical problems much earlier, but also that it means that our lifespans are increasing drastically. So while you're planning till you turn 80, how will you maintain your lifestyle if you end up living even longer? Will you have the money to support yourself and your family for an additional 10, 15, or even 20 years? The simple fact is, the earlier you start planning for retirement, the more you'll be able to save and invest. If you begin early, even if you start by investing modest amounts but are willing to do so regularly, you will be well on your way to build a healthy retirement corpus. As an example, let us consider 3 people of different age groups whose target retirement age is 60 and life expectancy is 80. Considering their current lifestyle and expenses and assuming an inflation rate of 6%, this could be their estimated required corpus at the time of retirement. Now, factoring in the number of years they have to build this corpus, this is the monthly investment they need to make in an investment option that can deliver 15% return every year. As you can see, since Tanya starts investing 30 years before retirement, she needs to only invest Rs 5,172 per month to get to her goal, as compared to Varun, who starts 10 years before retirement and thus has to invest Rs 98,262 per month to get to his goal. The combination of the power of compounding, along with having started to invest early and remaining invested for the long term, gave Tanya the advantage here. So will you be like Tanya and start early? Or will you follow the example of Varun's? Now let us address some of the factors that you should consider while planning for retirement. What is your current age and planned age of retirement? If you start investing in your 20s, you may find yourself comfortable with a higher level of risk as it's still early days in your investment journey. On the other hand, when you're nearing retirement age, it is more likely you will prefer a lower level of risk since you will have less scope to recoup any losses. Therefore, the allocation you make in your portfolio towards equity and towards debt will keep evolving as you grow older. A very important question to ask yourself is, how long do you expect to live after retirement? It is common to see people retire when they turn 60 and having long and active lives well after this age. We mentioned earlier that constant medical advances will mean we will live for longer without an active income. In fact, some experts suggest that the person who will live till the age of 150 has already been born. While this is great news, will your planned retirement corpus be enough to take care of you for even remotely that longer time period? A couple of obvious but key factors are your current and projected income and expenses. Some experts say that to maintain the same lifestyle as you have today, you should plan to build a retirement corpus that can help generate regular interest or a value equivalent to at least 1/2 to 2/3 of your current income for your entire life post-retirement. Remember, you won't have an actual income once you retire. Hence, your investments will have to do all the earning for you. Don't forget to think of which costs will increase or decrease during retirement. For example, expenses may go down if you no longer live in a big city, or rental estimates may disappear if you live in your own house by the time you retire. On the other hand, costs such as medical expenses may increase. Did you consider the future potential rise in prices and in the overall increased cost of living? Remember that inflation is bound to increase your cost of living significantly in the future. And the only way that you will be able to deal with inflation then is if your retirement fund is built considering the possible impact of inflation. Now, if you're smart and have done your calculations well, you may already have a fair idea how large your retirement fund needs to be. So let's figure out in a few simple steps how you can build it. First, make a realistic estimate of how much you can invest today and think about how much you can afford to add towards your retirement corpus goal additionally every year as your salary increases with time over the rest of your earning years. Now assume how much return you may be able to earn on your invested money to reach your goal. If you think you will be able to earn 12% from your investments, use this as your benchmark to measure the success of potential investments in the future. Be realistic about your estimates and don't forget to account for lifestyle changes as you move through the different stages in life, such as getting married, having kids, planning for their needs, and so on. And finally, think about where all can you invest today to earn your retirement income tomorrow. Understand your risk profile and figure out an appropriate asset allocation for yourself, which can realistically help you earn returns that will be sufficient for you to get to your retirement corpus. Once you've identified the right proportion of equity and debt, think of the various instruments you can choose from to gain access to these asset classes. You can then learn more about those instruments and begin investing straight away. An expert investment advisor can help you plan your retirement journey very well. You may find that investment advisors suggest that systematic investment plans in equity mutual funds are a great way to earn potentially better returns to build a retirement corpus over the long term. No matter how you start or what plan you build, remember that a few steps taken today can dramatically impact how comfortably you live through your retirement years.